Good morning, I'm Amar Singh Pradhan. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. Ill-managed potholes of capital roads becoming death traps for public. Yet another person dies after falling into open drainage. Inter-Provincial Coordination Council yet to become active despite increasing differences between central and provincial governments. Both levels lack clarity over security. 11 people killed in a gun attack on a synagogue in the US city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And Liverpool climbs to the top of the English Premier League. Juventus maintains unbeaten run in the Serie A as Ronaldo scores twice. Let's begin with national updates. The carelessness of the state in terms of constructing roads has led to yet another death in Kathmandu. Despite the repeated victimization of the public, not a single culprit has been punished as of yet, while the construction works continue to remain stranded and ill-managed. 38-year-old Siam Shrestha of Chagal, Kathmandu lost his life after falling into a drainage near the Tribhuvan University gate in Balku. Shrestha was killed because the drainage manhole was left without any covering. The then Prime Minister Sir Bahadur Deuba had issued a directive to mend the potholes across the valley within 15 days after a girl child lost her life after being swept away by drainage water in Nepaltar, Kathmandu last year. KP Sharma Oli has also issued a number of directives to mend the potholes since becoming the Prime Minister. However, the dilapidated condition of the roads has failed to improve even a little, ignoring the safety concerns of passengers and pedestrians while constructing roads have caused numerous fatal accidents time and again. There has, however, never any action taken against the ones carelessly carrying out works on the drainage or drinking water systems at the cost of the public life due to frequent accidents. Messy electric wires across the capital roads now seem normal for a capital denizen. Construction companies and policymakers appear to be assuming that the roads aren't for pedestrians but only for vehicles. The lack of action against those involved in construction or authorities exhibiting carelessness in this regard is the blatant responsibility of the government towards the public. The government has formed Inter-Provincial Coordination Council under the chairmanship of Prime Minister in a bid to force effective cooperation between the central and provincial governments. The council, however, has yet to hold a meeting despite increase in differences between the central and provincial governments. As mentioned by the ruling party's co-chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal in a public function in Janakpur, any provincial government is required to coordinate with the centre while formulating laws related to provincial police, employees and public services. The Constitution too has emphasized this provision. The federal government, however, has failed to live up to their responsibilities so far. The provincial governments are yet to have enough staff as per the reservation. The governments are also not able to recruit staff on their own due to the lack of required laws. The Constitution includes the provision of Inter-Provincial Coordination Council to sort out the challenges regarding activities of federal and provincial governments. But the government has not even organized a single meeting of the council, neither paved way for the provincial governments to enact essential laws. Meanwhile, the province too has suspended the inaction of laws on its own after the federal government's assurance of introducing laws regarding federal police along with public and civil services. Experts have stressed that the central government should also facilitate the provincial governments for better performance rather than giving mere assurances. The Province 2 government introduced its own Police Act without coordinating with the federal government. Its immediate implementation is, however, not an easy task, as the role of police in terms of the overall national security coordination aspects between the central and provincial police along with ultimate jurisdiction of personnel deployment are yet to be determined. The Constitution has bestowed provincial governments the right to recruit their own police personnel. But the federal government will need to formulate an umbrella act for the provision to be implemented. In addition to that, the number of personnel that the provincial governments need to recruit could be determined only after allocating the 75,000 personnel in the center. Though it's the responsibility of the provincial governments to take care of daily security, the responsibility of maintaining overall national internal security lies on the federal government. So it would be counterproductive for the provincial governments to move ahead with the independent security laws without an umbrella act in this regard. The deliberation on the Federal Police Act is currently underway. It has already been 1.5 years since the local level election was held. However, the people's representatives have not been able to work effectively due to the absence of essential laws. And in this context, we had asked the public representatives what sort of problems have they been facing. Let's take a look at what they have to say.
Public voice.
मेन समस्या भनेको कानुनको अभावमा हामीले कसरी गर्ने भन्ने कुरै अब हामी अन्यलमा रहेका छौं।
ऐनको व्यवस्थापन प्रष्ट नभएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि काम गर्नको निम्ति अप्ठ्यारो छ।
सबै कुरा हामी बुझेर जानेर यो ठाउँमा आएका हुँदैनौं र त्यसले गर्दाखेरि हामीलाई असिस्टेन्ट तथा हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ परामर्शदाताको बढी मात्रामा चाहिँ आवश्यकता।
नगरपालिका गाउँपालिकाहरूको निर्वाचन पहिला भयो, त्यसपछि चाहिँ गाउँपालिका चाहिँ नगरपालिकाहरूले चाहिँ फंक्सनमा गयो, तर के भने प्रदेशहरू चाहिँ निर्माण हुन बाँकी रह्यो। यसले गर्दाखेरि एक प्रकारको चाहिँ समस्या देखा पर्यो।
अधिकारहरू पनि बाजिएको कारणले गर्दाखेरि हामीलाई अलि बढी समस्या भइरहेको स्थिति देखिएको छ।
प्रदेश र संघले चाहिँ जुन किसिमको कानुन चाहिँ तुरुन्तै बनाइदिएको खण्डमा पछि हामीले स्थानीय तहले बनाउने कानुन पनि नबाजिने चाहिँ हुँदाखेरि अझै सहज हुन्छ।
And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, why have differing criteria been set regarding land acquisition for expansion of Araniko Highway? Your options are A, political ploy, B, pressure from the locals, and C, vague policies. The voting for the question is on. Type NAWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And now time for sports update.
Sports news.
And back home, Kathmandu Royals secured a 17-run win over Dhangadi Blues in the Pokhara Premier League yesterday. Kathmandu won the toss and chose to bat first in the second match of the PPL played yesterday at Pokhara Stadium, where they posted 180 runs, losing only 3 wickets in 20 overs. Foreign recruit Gaurav Tomar was impressive for Kathmandu as he blasted 95 runs of 44 balls with 4 sixes and 4 fours and 10 sixes. In reply, chasing the target of 181 runs for victory, Dhangadi could only manage 163 runs for the loss of 8 wickets. Deependra Singh Airi top scored for his side with 54 runs of 42 balls, as his innings featured 3 fours and 3 sixes. Amar Singh Raut Thela, Basanta Regmi and Susan Bhari picked 2 wickets each for Kathmandu. In another match played earlier yesterday, Butwal Blasters had thumped Chitwan Rhinos by 70 runs. Meanwhile, 2 more matches are slated in the Pokhara Premier League today. Biratnagar Titans takes on Dhangadi Blues in the first match, followed by another match between Butwal Blasters and Pokhara Pultons. Nepalese cricket players who had only seen foreign players lift the World Cup trophy got a chance to get the feel of the trophy yesterday. Despite not featuring at the Cricket World Cup, the International Cricket Council provided Nepalese cricketers with the opportunity to cherish the feeling of lifting the most coveted trophy of the game. The ICC selected Nepal for the first time in its tour of the trophy for the World Cup, which will be jointly hosted by England and Wales in 2019. The trophy had reached Pokhara Premier League venue yesterday under its tour of Nepal. And those were our latest headlines. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTVSD. Good day.